Hey, howdy, hey, Saddle Pals. It's time for the Jerry Hinkle program. The reason why so many people hate Mondays, but guess what? It's Tuesday. Yeah, once again, life got in the way of you and I getting together on Monday. I had a little more. Sunday night I was called in to work at Walmart because we had 1,284 cases of frozen dairy and deli that needed to be moved, and I needed to be one of those who moved it. And by the time I got done with work, got home, and all that, and the city chose the opening day of the Shrine Circus to start working on the parking lot that I use to park, so I have to park a block or so away, so I'm doing a little more walking now. Well, I could use the exercise, but anyhow, that's what's going on here. Our sponsor of the week, Real Lemon Juice. This is an action. I don't know. This may have changed. This is a glass bottle to give you an idea. And in case I start cussing again, we're going to see about this now. See, we're going to know what, if I get the bottle open. All right, we're going to. I don't know how old this lemon juice may have taken on alcoholic properties, so I won't be able to drive for a while after I do the show, if I start cussing. So let's see if it works. Oh, damn it. Cancer is a real rotten. Okay, and we take a shot of the lemon juice. Be careful not to drop too much. Oh, that's horrible. And of course, that is the whole point of the exercise, to prevent me from using foul language. Because, there may be ladies present on the internet, at least on my channel. Okay, so we are coming to you almost live from the Ashley Kringen studios. There isn't a whole lot going on other than, like I say, the Shrine Circus and all that jazz. There's some stuff going on in Baltimore right now, and it's pretty warm in Baltimore right now because of all the fires and whatnot. And we're not going to talk too much about that. Kind of a depressing. Oh, one thing I want a little update. My friend Jenny, she has the T-shirts. Apparently, that was only that they have a limited campaign. That campaign ran out on the 23rd, which was also my mother's birthday. We're not going to talk about how old my mother is. We will just say that she is older than the chocolate chip cookie, and leave it at that. Well, and she's also, there was a famous person of significant merit that is younger than she is. It was, well, actually, you know something? She is younger than Shirley Temple, and of course, she's that little girl in all the movies, so she can't be that old if she's younger than that little girl in the movies, right? Of course, that little girl grew up to be an old woman and died, but that's neither here nor there. And consequently, my mother is about as sweet, nearly, almost just about as sweet as a chocolate chip cookie. Just ask any of her grandchildren. And we're not going. I know we got to stop talking about my mother because she might be listening, and right now I can't afford to offend any of my viewers, and especially because one of these days I'm going to have one viewer, and you know who that's going to be? That's going to be my mother, because she watches the show even when it is crappy, and which is most of the time, because I don't know. back to the issue at hand. My friend Jenny, her t-shirt campaign closed on the 23rd. She sold 100 t-shirts, which was what she was going to sell, and she sent me a nice little message thanking me. It was posted. I think it was posted on my page on Facebook. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have. I have a Twitter account, but I use it about as often as I don't use it very often, so I don't really understand. I don't understand Twitter. I barely understand Facebook. Let's face it, I'm a dinosaur. But anyhow, Jenny sent me a word of thanks on that, and we're gonna all this month. I don't know if I told her that. I probably should, because I might, because well, I had to bring religion into the program. Yeah, I really do. But Jenny is a Catholic, and of course, some Catholics they have big families. If her relatives find out that I am wearing her shirt, maybe they'll tune in, and that'll probably double the audiences that we usually get. So the last time I checked, I had about 14 viewers on last week's episode. I might have to check on, and if there is I'll check the number, and I'll make a comment in this week's video about the correct number if it's not 14. If you don't see a comment, you know it was 14, and well, of course, and there's people that like to watch reruns, and so there's probably going to be more people than that. So, but so far, 14 people have seen it, and that's the last time I checked. And so that's what I like about YouTube. There's instant ratings. You look, oh, there's 14 views. What the? There must not be anything good on TV if I'm getting 14 views. That's okay. So all next month, all during the month of May, I'm going to be wearing her t-shirt when it gets here, which hopefully it will be. They say a week after the campaign, which would put it on the 30th, and the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, I think May 4th is the next Monday, and so may the 4th be with you and all that jazz. And interestingly enough, local celebrity Big J on the radio at KMIT will be back on air. He's had some issues, surgery or something like that. I can't remember the exact. It's been so long, but he's come back to the radio, and we are all happy about that, because he's a good guy. Most people that are on the radio are good guys once you get to know them. And so what's that leave us? On the 1st of May, which will be on a Friday this year, which interestingly enough was 17 years my brother got married to my sister-in-law Christy on the 1st of May, which was on a Friday. They got married on a Friday because, well, the kind-hearted lady that my sister-in-law is, the second happened to be, at that time, it was my grandma's 80th anniversary, and they were going to have a party, and they had it all organized. And rather than interfere with the party, she decided to have her wedding on the 1st of May. And that just proves what a wonderful, loving, giving person Christy is. And I have to tell a story on Christy that it was the first day that I met her. I don't know what exact. She came over to Daryl's place and spent the evening. I don't know everything that they did there, but I'm pretty sure they didn't just play checkers, if you know what I mean. One thing that they did do while they were out there was watch a show called Idiot Savants. And Christy was watching the show, and she says, I can't imagine anybody knowing that much about Gilligan's Island. This has to be fixed, because ain't nobody alive knows as much as this contestant does about Gilligan's Island. Someone must be feeding him the information somehow, you know. Daryl says, yeah, my brother Jerry, he knows all about Gilligan's Island. He can tell you everything you want to know. So there was a bet, and the exact stakes are not known by me. They know what their stakes were, and so that's nothing. But so at dinner later on that day, the day that I met Christy and Christy met the rest of us, Daryl, this is so. Tell me, Jerry, do you know the name of the British butterfly collector that came to the island on Gilligan's Island? I said, Lord Beesbury. And her eyes, Christy's eyes got wide. She did, because it was just totally random thing. How I just picked it up out of thin air. And she said, well, what was the name of the butterfly that Lord Beasley was looking for? And I said, the pussycat swallowtail. For those of you who don't watch Gilligan's Island, that's my imitation of Darren McGavin, John McGivern, excuse me, who played Lord Beasley on that particular episode of Gilligan's Island. So, yeah, how long were they asleep? And I explained that they thought they were asleep for 10 minutes, but it turned out they were asleep for 2 days and 10 minutes because of the professor's calendar watch, which so because you see they had they made a tea out of Captabora berries to put this fella asleep so they could get his flare gun, pow, and they could get rescued, because he wasn't going to shoot off his flare gun until he caught the pussycat swallowtail. That pussycat swallowtail was harder to find than weapons of mass destructions out in Iraq. So anyhow, as it turns out, they all drank the tea out of Captabora berries. They all fell asleep. About that time, here comes Pussycat Swallowtail. He catches Pussycat Swallowtail, and he shoots off the flare gun, and I don't know why it is that for some reason ain't nobody, as soon as they get off the island, they forget that those 7 people was on the island. How about that? And unfortunately, at that time, there wasn't a whole lot of people knew that there were people on the island, and that's why the ratings were low, and that's why it only lasted for 3 years. Anyhow, so Christy got an education. There were actually, and she said that I should try out for a contestant on the Idiot Savant, and someday I'm going to watch that Idiot Savant show. If it's not on MTV anymore, I might have to go to YouTube and see some old videos, but I guess the days of me being a contestant on that show are pretty much Hasamanyaniing the bucket. So, as they say in New Mexico, this is, in other words, dead. Okay, so what else do we have to talk about? We could do a little singing, but I can see we got 14 minutes left on the show, and so I can't. How about, okay, a little Tom T. Hall song. I have a weakness for the Tom T. Hall songs, and so here's how do you talk to a little baby goat? You can't say hello like a man. You have to say bad to a little baby goat, 'cause that's all he understands. Yes, you have to say bad to a little baby goat. You can't say hello like a man. You have to say bad to a little baby goat. That's all he understands. How do you talk to a little baby goat? You can't say meow like a cat. You have to say because when you say meow to a little baby goat, he doesn't go meow right back. Yes, you have to say it back to a little baby goat. You can't say hello like a man. You have to say bad to a little baby goat. That's all he understands. And you can't say quack. You can't say meow, cackle. Yeah, cackle like a hen. And it doesn't go. When you say cackle to a little baby goat, it doesn't mean a thing to him. And so you can't say meow, cackle, quack. Okay, obviously I need to learn that song. I need to plan that out a little better. But there's a verse in there about going quack, and he don't go quack right back. It's it would be nice if Tom T. Hall was a guest on this show, as far as that goes. I've never had a guest on this show, but if Tom T. Hall said, "I won't be on your show," yeah, we would move out of the Ashley Kringen studio because there's not enough room for him and me. We'd go to the Ramada Inn, and I would give him the finest steak dinner money could buy, or I could actually buy a steak dinner for Jonah, the fellow that actually wants to be a guest on this show right now. And yeah, I bet Jonah would like that. And we could talk about his, I've just having this real lemon has prevented me from cussing. That's just having this in my hand. Of course, I have to get mad about all that cancer going on. But okay, so the month of May, we're going to have this new T-shirt. I can't wait to see the new T-shirt that supports Jenny. And I guess maybe if we can, we'll maybe talk. We'll see if we can get another campaign going. But just to support Jenny's struggle, and we're gonna get on with that. And until next time, everybody, this is the Jerry Hinkle program, brought to you by Real Lemon Juice. So God be with you. Do the best you can. And hey, get out of my bathroom. You're disturbing my privacy.